afternoon, greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Casso podcast, episode 2.
Yeah, welcome back to the Casso podcast.
Same thing. I am Edward, and this is my son Aristotle, and I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in this week. We're going to have a fun show. We're going to talk a little bit of football. We're going to talk a little bit of politics. Hopefully, we're going to laugh a little bit. Hopefully, we're going to cry a little bit. Just joking, we're not going to cry. Only AJ is going to cry. After he announces his picks, then he's going to cry and be like, oh man, I should have picked like my dad. Just joking. No, okay, the only one crying today is AJ. Just joking.
I don't think so. I think my picks are pretty good.
Actually, they're avant-garde. They're off the record, and that's probably going to get you to beat me the first week.
I'm glad to be coming back, doing a second episode, finally getting stuff like, there's a learning curve.
There's been a lot of technical issues. Even though we practiced it for months, there's a lot of technical issues going on here, but we're going to get this right. I didn't go to school for audiovisual, neither did you, and it shows.
No, yeah, I'm glad that we finally got this Casso sign the right way.
Last week, I'm sure everybody realized that we filmed using the front-facing camera, even though we have an iPhone Pro Max 16, and now this...
You're so old, dude.
My phone's not that good. I'm still, but I won't ever go to iPhone. And we will get into that in later episodes for sure. I'm Android. I'll always be Android. One day I might be an Android if we're talking real serious. But no. Anyways, the sign's right, the recording's right, the content and me and AJ might not be right, but we're gonna have fun anyways. And so, what I really wanted to start the episode with is, wow, what happened to Trump this weekend? That was serious, dude. I mean, I'm not talking politically. I'm not even talking Republican, Democrat. I'm not talking anything but a U.S. president going missing for a week.
Yeah, that was super weird. The way that they handled it.
And then it was like, seriously, I can't even, I'm not some conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but I can't even think, like, when he did the press conference on Monday, or no, Monday was Labor Day, but on Tuesday, was that AI? Seriously, I mean, AI is so good right now. What if it was AI?
They can even match his voice. Stuff, man. That's some extra tinfoil hat.
Is it out of the realm of possibility with this guy?
Yes. I think it was super weird. He had truth that he was playing golf with Gruden. And that was, what, 2 weeks ago? A week ago?
I think it was a week ago, like on the 23rd.
How did they not think that we would, like, notice that?
Or they even did a picture, like, inside, but it was from, like, Mar-a-Lago. They're like, hey, isn't that the carpet at Mar-a-Lago?
I think my favorite was they were, like, golfing in Virginia, and there was palm trees.
Golfing in Colorado.
Yeah, and with a bunch of palm trees.
You can't even go palm trees in and out in Colorado.
That was weird. It was weird that they didn't address it sooner. They just let everybody.
Well, okay. At the same time, too, India, China, and Russia are meeting, and you would think that would be prime opportunity. If he's not there, he should have been there. But prime opportunity for him to really go off on True Social and really go after our adversaries. Well, maybe Russia's not. Russia used to be an adversary, but okay. All joking aside, I mean, seriously, we have the United States president, and it has nothing to do with this political party. I hate when you're talking about Trump and this and that. Mm-hmm. It's about Trump specifically. It's not about the Republican Party. It's not about conservatives. It's not about, because honestly, everything that he's done up to this point in this term is not conservative. It's actually authoritarian. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I know. Whatever you want to call it, it's not something that you would think that a Republican president would do, especially go offline for about 6 days.
At the same time, like, I hear that sentiment too, but Trump's record, I mean, he's always in front of a camera. There's reporters outside the White House. There's reporters inside the White House.
True socially, at least, you know what I mean? And not good night. What was that? I was like,
no, that was super weird. Yeah. Or that AI video of somebody throwing something out of the window. That was weird.
That was creepy.
That was weird.
That was because they're like, I mean, those are supposed to be bulletproof. I mean, that's the White House. Yeah. And so it's like somebody throwing trash bags out of the White House.
Right timing for somebody to AI fake a clip.
Well, he said it was AI, but then his administration said no, that was actually maintenance doing work while you weren't here.
Weird how they're doing.
If he wasn't there, where was he?
Anywhere. You know what I mean?
He was at his golf resort in Virginia with palm trees. Forgot.
No, but that, like,
Come on, dude.
I get both sides of it.
Yeah.
I mean, people were saying
Yeah. Yeah.
if Biden was doing the same thing, people would be freaking out about it.
Sleepy Joe.
But at the same time, Biden did that. What did he take? I think he took 16 days off. If I might be wrong about
But at
that.
least the administration would send out press releases and that kind of stuff to let
Yeah,
us know
like,
that the
hey,
American
he's
president
good.
is okay. Even though
Mhm.
we all know, I mean, we've seen the videos. I think we have a couple funny videos coming up with Joe Biden because he's an old dude, man. And Trump is an old dude too, so I get all that. But
Yeah, and then people were saying like,
Mhm.
oh, how could his health has to be perfect? He's 79 years old. Like nobody lives forever, unfortunately. But
And he loves McDonald's, and so it is what it is. But no, it was just super weird. I just wish that there was for them coming in and saying they're going to be the most transparent administration in the history of the country. You have a chance to be actually with social media. You have a chance to literally be in touch with the American people anytime you want to be, as long as you want to be. And that they were offline for that long, that was really, I was scared. I'll be honest. I really was like, oh wow. Even on X or True, Twitter. I call it Twitter, so I'm not going to call it X. Just like I'm going to say meme instead of meme. But I do what I want. I'm still in a free country for now, but yeah.
oh my gosh, I think everything leading up to it was super, super weird. From JD Vance, that was a weird interview, dude. He was like,
I'm ready to be
I'm
president.
ready to. Trump's all right though, but need be, I'm ready. That's a weird thing to say, man.
Yeah.
And then he goes missing.
He's ready to be president because all the billionaires behind him tell him he's ready to be president.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But that,
Peter Thiel, not Thiel, Peter Thiel.
that's
Which one is it?
Whichever it is, but I think
Zuckerberg.
yeah, no, I think it was a weird week. I think it was a weird weekend. That press conference yesterday.
I mean, I was waiting for him really to attack libs on Labor Day. And every holiday he attacks Democrats and liberals. So I was waiting for it. I was like, man, I actually want to use that as an anti-post against him. And I was waiting for it all day Monday, and it never came.
Yeah, it was a super weird weekend.
Yeah, it was super weird. So, but yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Obviously, and unless it was AI, I mean, he had a press conference in the White House.
Tinfoil.
Dude, you know what AI can do. You literally know that it can literally make it can make things seem real. And it seemed
Not
the press
that
conference
well.
seemed real.
Not that well, Dad. AI is not that clever for.
It will be. Okay, it might not be today, but we'll get into this seriously over the next, hopefully, few years. It will be, and you won't be able to distinguish.
AI is not my jam. I think it. You know how I feel about it. We'll get
Once it's
into it.
processed through quantum computers, and
No, we'll get into it at some other point.
they're all smarter than Einstein by 1,000 factor.
It just doesn't. We'll get into that some other time. We don't get me started on AI.
We'll create good videos.
No.
We'll have some real content.
Don't
So
get me-
it was weird, and so but we had to talk about it because it was a belated Happy Labor Day to all the workers in America. Obviously, I think it's pretty evident in my political career that I supported unions, and I will do so until the day I die. Our family got put into the middle class with my grandfather being a pipe fitter here, local 208, all those years, and then my dad was an IBEW electrician, and so that allowed us as Mexican Americans to get into that middle class and stay in that middle class. And so, shout out to all of our brothers and sisters in labor, and shout out to all the American workers, because without them, there's nothing. This country would be nothing. This country is nothing without them. And that's something that we all need to remember. And so I just wanted to say, I actually wanted to say it last week, have everyone have a happy Labor Day weekend, but I was kind of nervous because it was our first episode.
Dude, last week, but I don't think I've been that nervous in my life, dude.
I've never seen, I'm serious, son. I've been around you 25 years. I've never seen you nervous to talk to anybody.
Dude, it was so bad. This is kind of gross, but I was obviously wearing a hoodie. When we got done, I went like this on my back, and it was just dripping with sweat. It was disgusting. I was telling everybody at work.
It's funny.
He asked me how I felt about it. That's exactly what I told him. It was, it's incredibly nerve-wracking last week.
Yeah, anytime we try to do something that's different. I mean, you were there, and you were a little kid, but you were there when I gave my first few speeches, and I was like, buh, 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 buh. So yeah, and it wasn't because I was ready for the moment then. I'm ready for the moment now, but it was it was hard to kind of do it the first few times. And so this will be the same thing. I think that once we get more comfortable and stuff like that, the information and the fun will flow a lot better than it does, and it's fun. And so again, we had a few technical issues earlier today, but we're back on and we are recording the episode. And so I wanted to talk about Trump a little bit, kind of get the prime pumped. But I actually wanted to talk a little bit about football. It's football season, buddy.
Yeah,
And that is it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's like Christmas early for me. I love I love college football. I really do. I try to catch every game. I was there watching the Clemson LSU game with you at the bar on Saturday night. I mean, we were going back and forth watching that. Obviously, we both love CU football for a lot of reasons. Obviously, that's my alma mater, and you have sat in those seats since you were born. I mean, we sat in section 205 for years, and then I gave up my seats the year before Dion came, and here we are. I'm on the waiting list again for CU tickets. I had tickets from 1992, I believe, until 2021.
Well, it was fun to go, but I remember that last year that you had the tickets. You'd wake me up on a Saturday morning, bright early. Hey, son, you want to go to the game? And I'd always be like, no, no, it's not. It's just not fun. It was not fun to go.
I mean, we get shellacked every time at home, and it was just the atmosphere was bad. We were losing all the time. But I mean, we had one good year that year. We went to the Alamo Bowl, and then
that was fun.
And
that
then we
was
went
cool.
to the game.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the hype was cool. I think the hype is slowly dying for CU football.
I think it's because the culture, and I've talked about this a lot with my friends that support CU, some of my fraternity brothers. We've gotten into it a lot, and what kind of culture Dion has set up, and it's not set up to compete in the current NCAA, especially with these kids getting paid now and that kind of stuff. But it's like a phony culture. I hate to say that because that is my school. I will love CU forever, and it's just the culture that he set up. It's just not right. The stuff that he did with his son, Shadur, and again, we have a different perspective. I was your coach for 5 years in Thornton Junior Football League. It's not the same. It's not the same as coaching you at the University of Colorado, but it is the same in that you're coaching your son and you want the best for him, but you should also want the best for the team. A lot of the times, I would say, son, we're going to go to practice and I'm going to use you to make an example for the team. So don't get upset or don't think I'm picking on you, but I'm going to use you because you're a coach's son as an example of what we need to get taught to the kids this week. And so
let me tell the story about that. Yeah. I love telling this story. This is my favorite story to tell at the bar to anybody who's like, hey, what's your relationship with your dad? Obviously, he was my football coach, and I was, 115 pounds? Tiny guy.
Yeah.
Well, we had this kid on our team. His name was, I still to this day can't remember his name.
I should remember, but I don't.
Yeah, no, I remember. I thought about it
because we called him we called him by his nickname for so long.
His nickname was Lunchbox because he was, I mean, we were 8, 9 years old.
Yeah, it was
yeah, something like that. And he, no offense to Lunchbox, but he had to have been like pushing 250.
That's a big kid.
He was humongous that we called him Lunchbox. But one of my favorite memories with my dad being my coach is every practice we do Oklahoma drill. For those that don't know Oklahoma drill, it's helmet to helmet, a little bit about 5 yards apart.
Laying down. You lay down at first, yeah.
One has the ball, and then the other person gets to go and tackle him, right? And tell me why my 115-pound self was going against Lunchbox every practice, and I would get so mad because, of course, I can't tackle a 250-pound kid. I'm a kid.
And again, all of your teammates were scared to tackle him too. So I'm like, son, you got to step up and you got to go against him every day, dude.
And so it was like, okay, nothing new, and I'd get so mad. And I remember on the way home, I know my dad did it for a reason, but I'd get home and okay, I know tomorrow I'm gonna have to go against Lunchbox again. How am I gonna, what angle can I take? I'll grab a shoelace at this point. And then finally, after weeks and weeks and weeks of trying my best to get him down, I finally tackled Lunchbox. And it was like I won my Super Bowl that day. I mean, the whole team was freaking out. My dad was freaking out. So there's benefits and disadvantages to being the coach's son, coming from the coach's son.
But then it turned out, I mean, at that point, none of your teammates were scared to tackle him or anybody for that matter, and we really got good at that point.
Yeah, that is true.
And so but again, it is relatable to what is going on at CU. But now that Shadur's not there, I mean, what are we going to do? We have a 5-star recruit.
See that?
Julian Lewis. I mean, if I don't know if Coach Prime makes it through the year, or if he just says at the end of the year, oh, I'm done with this. Shadur's not here. My kids are in here. That's what I did. I mean, I loved coaching, but I really loved coaching you.
But I feel like he would have done that already. I don't think he would have came back.
I don't know, dude. At this, well,
Okay, but what
if I had a 5-star, if we had a 5-star quarterback in TGFL, maybe I wouldn't have left either.
No, but what point does Dion have to save his reputation or his career? He's done a lot. I don't think he has anything to prove to anybody. So him
As a
coming
player.
back. No, well, even as a coach, I mean, forget about. Okay, are you going to say the same thing about Belichick?
No, that's different.
We all saw that game on Monday. That
Belichick
Monday.
has those rings, buddy, and so Dion. I don't even know. Does Dion have a Super Bowl? I think with the Cowboys, he has a Super Bowl ring. But I mean, he was obviously a Hall of Fame player. But as a coach, what he did at Jackson State is really cool. I'm not going to act like it at historically black colleges to have a team in a season like that. But he had Shadur Sanders, who was a good quarterback at the time. But at CU, it's not going to work, and I think that's very hard to swallow. Now we do get 3 cupcakes coming up. We get Delaware, and then we get Wyoming, and then we get Houston here in the next 3 weeks. So we should be 3-1 at the end of that. Especially, he said that Juju's going to play this week, and so I want to see that. And then I don't want to go back. Nothing against Caden Salter. I'm not.
That game on Friday, Dad. That game on Friday, that was rough.
Yeah.
That was hard to get through.
Yeah.
I mean, what they said, maybe 8 turnovers in the first half, and couldn't clinch anything. That was hard to get through.
There's 2 ways of looking at it. Oh, cool, we were still in the game, or Georgia Tech should have beat us by 50 points. I mean, there's 2 ways to look at it, and so.
And I think the best way to look at it, in my opinion, if we're gonna give Dion any credit, which I think he deserves some credit, is that I think this is a rebuild year for him. His son's just left. I mean, we were mediocre, and now trying to get to that next level is going to be hard for any team.
Then let our 5-star recruit play and keep playing. That's all. Yeah, I think you're 100% right, son. Let our first 5-star recruit in the history of the university play and keep playing. Let him get all those kinks out this year, so next year we start in the top 10.
Like Arch Manning.
That was rough. Okay, but again, to go into that, I don't know if Peyton Manning could have went into Ohio State and won that game. So that was a rough place to start.
Yeah.
But we'll see how he does this weekend. I don't even know who Texas is playing, but they should be a lot better. And so we'll see. He has all the tools. He was the number 1 recruit out of any position in his year. He was a number 1 recruit, but maybe there was a reason why he sat for 2 years. And maybe he's just not as good. I mean, he is Cooper's son. He's not Marshall, who was Peyton's son. Now, when Marshall gets to college, he better play right away. And he better be Peyton Manning, but better.
Speaking about cool quarterbacks, God bless Bo Nix.
I think I've told you this many times, son. I wake up, the first prayer I give to God is thank you for giving me another day. And then the second prayer I give is thank you, God, for Bo Nix being my quarterback.
God, I'm so excited.
I mean, after all these years, dude,
it is finally fun to watch Broncos football again.
Yeah.
I remember I just had started at my job, and it was the Broncos-Dolphins game. And I remember
70 burger.
Yeah, I remember my dad came to see me because he was so excited. I mean, I got this new job, whatever. We're checking it out, and he came in, and I just had to serve him the rest of the day that way.
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah, it was really rough. But I think last year, and my boss was because I'm a bartender. My boss was asking me about it the other day, like, "Oh, do you think football games are going to be good?" And you could see a trend. We looked at it. You could see a trend from week 1 to even the playoff game of how much more attendance just at a bar we were getting. So it's finally fun to watch Broncos football again.
Yeah.
Watching football has been fun for years, you know what I mean?
Even when we're not good, we're true believers and try to pretend that we're good, but we're good this time. We should have the best defense in the NFL, if not at least a top 5 defense. We're gonna go places, especially with a quarterback like Bo Nix. I think I posted it a few weeks ago or a few days ago that he has that look. He has the eye of the tiger. You know what I mean?
I don't believe that it's going to be this year, but I do believe that we're headed in the right direction.
All right, Super Bowl pick right now, buddy. What do you got?
Week 1. Okay,
week 1.
This is so that I can't ever.
It's a hot take.
Yeah, no, this is so that I can't ever be associated with being a bandwagon team. Give me Bills Lions. I think Lions win it. I think it's a close game. I think it's 20, 28-24. Lions win it.
Didn't they give up like 52 to the Commanders in the playoffs last year? Didn't Josh Allen lose to the Chiefs again for the 20th time?
Nobody beats Goff. Can't beat Goff.
Nobody beats Bo.
No, I don't. Okay,
Bo knows football.
tell me your Super Bowl prediction week 1 before it even starts.
And I don't know. I'm probably the biggest homer that anyone knows.
Okay, yeah.
I'm definitely the biggest homer that you know, but I am going to say it right here, right now. I got Denver, Philadelphia, and Denver winning.
That's wild. That's a wild take.
That's how it is, buddy.
1, I don't think the Broncos make it, and 2, I don't think the Eagles make it.
All we have to do is score 15 points. Our defense is so good. All we need is 15 points a week to win the game. I'm being real serious. I'm not playing around.
I don't think
This is the best defense, and that includes our Super Bowl winning defense 10 years ago. This is the best defense since the 2000 Ravens defense.
that's wild. No, I don't see that going.
What wins championships?
But
As much as I love offense, what wins championships?
there's too many other factors.
Defense.
There's too many other better teams,
Who?
or as good teams.
The Chiefs are going down, buddy.
Okay, yeah, the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are on a big decline because they were on a decline last year. Somehow,
Somehow,
devil magic, they made it to the Super Bowl.
They won, I think, 7 or 8 games by less than 3 points.
That's wild. So they're on a decline. I think the Bills, the Ravens, they have a really as good a shot as anybody to finally cement themselves.
Let's be clear to that point. You're right. I'm not acting like you're not right. But the first time Buffalo or Baltimore wins a big game, that'll be the first time. So
you're not wrong, but they don't just. In my opinion, I don't think they hand out MVPs like candy. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen deserve.
Joe Burrow is going to be the MVP this year, buddy. That's another hot take.
That was
prediction.
Their season last year was another disappointing one, but I don't think it was Joe Burrow's fault.
Oh no.
Fault.
No, it wasn't his fault, but it definitely is going to be. He's going to be at the top, and I think he wins MVP this year. Let's go over our predictions. We made the bet today. We have Joe Burrow MVP. We have Ashton Genty of our hated Raiders as the offensive rookie of the year, and then Sean Payton as the coach of the year. That parlay pays insane, buddy. But we're on top of it, and so I think that's a good way to look at it too. I think Sean Payton gets to be coach of the year because we'd overtake the Chiefs finally.
And I think Sean Payton's due. Sean Payton's due for his glory as much as the Broncos are as well. Watching those last years in New Orleans, rough. Watching him with Nathaniel Hackett, Russell Wilson, and trying to fix all that, and then getting blessed with Bo Nix. It's his time. It's his time to pop out.
Dude, we won 9 games with Russ. For sure, Sean Payton. I mean, that's rough. I mean, you can't. You manufactured it, and then I think he stopped us from getting 10 wins. We should have beaten New England on Christmas Eve that year.
Oh, dude, that was rough. Is that when he yelled at Russ?
That was one of the times, yeah. Well, let's get into our picks. We're gonna do a segment every week about picks, and it's not gonna be too long or anything like that, but we want to track our picks, and so any good handicapper in Vegas picks at about 65%. I think me and AJ can beat that. I think we've proven to beat that over the years historically, and so we're gonna put this out there. Hopefully, this gives some value, and hopefully you guys can use it if you guys are sports bettors and kind of go along with us, and let's see if we can make some money this year. Let's start off with the game on Thursday Night Football. Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. I always get those mixed because they're both by Scranton. They're both by the office in Scranton, Pennsylvania. But this Thursday we got Dallas at Philadelphia. Who do you got?
Give me the Eagles.
Oh yeah, that's especially with Micah Parsons gone.
They're going to tear it up.
Now he went to the Packers, and we're not giving them any more credit than we gave him before. But he's not on the Cowboys anymore, and honestly, when you lose a player like that magnitude of player, I don't care what. The first few weeks, it's gonna hurt.
Here's one for you, off script, real quick. My lovely girlfriend Emily, she does fantasy football, and she was telling me her picks, and I was getting excited, whatnot. She has like 4 leagues. She takes it super serious. She has a notebook full of.
If you say Dak Prescott is your quarterback,
she picked Dak Prescott.
Oh my goodness!
I knew it, and I said, "What's wrong with you?" She said, "Well, his number." Oh my gosh!
Well, she might be okay though. His fantasy numbers might be okay because they're always behind. So
I was like, pick up a different quarterback, and
Yeah.
then I convinced her. She had a draft last night for another. I'm telling you, she's got like 6 leagues,
Yeah.
and somebody picked all the good quarterbacks, all the and I was like, pick up Bo Nix, and she got him. She got Bo Nix
nice.
first round.
Well, bet she's gonna win that
Yeah,
league.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not worried now. That Prescott league might be rough, but
No, she's actually going to do good on that one too, just because they're going to be behind by 20 points every game. So they'll have the stats. Okay, let's go to Friday night in Brazil, of all places. They're going to play Kansas City and the Chargers. Who do you got, Sonny?
if only they could both lose. But give me the Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs. Give me Mahomes. Mahomes doesn't get enough credit.
It's going to be another close game.
I don't give him enough credit because I'm picking the Broncos over him, but give me the Chiefs this week too. Okay. Go ahead. If you
Give him that decline to keep going.
Yeah,
They're going to keep declining.
he probably wins another Super Bowl or two, but yeah.
Travis Kelce was on a decline last year.
Well, he's older than I am, dude, so of course he is. Just kidding, of course. But okay, who do you got? Tampa Bay or Atlanta? In Atlanta.
Give me Tampa Bay.
Yep. This is our first disagreement. I'm going to go with the Falcons at home. I like Michael Penix. He does not like Michael Penix. I don't know why I like Michael Penix, but I think they get it at home. I think Baker regresses like he does. He'll have a good season, he'll have a bad season, blah, blah, blah. So give me Atlanta, and this is where we start diverging. So
Baker Mayfield last year looked really sharp. I don't even remember who they lost to, though, in the playoffs. But
you do. Yes, you do.
Who they lost?
Commanders.
Oh, okay, but
yes, you do.
We'll talk about Jaden Daniels in a minute.
No, we won't. He's going to be on the decline.
You think so?
Yeah.
The sophomore slump, CJ Stroud style?
Yeah, not Bo Nix style, buddy. But okay. Let's go to the next game, Cincinnati at Cleveland. Give me that MVP, buddy. He's going to do it first night.
Joe Burrow with no problems is a menace.
Yeah, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be an easy one. Okay, Miami at Indianapolis.
You mean Miami?
Yeah, give me Miami too. Unfortunately, I don't really like that game at all. Carolina at Jacksonville, the expansion draft of 1995. Who do you got?
Give me Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm taking Jacksonville on that one too. What about our hated Las Vegas Raiders against the New England Patriots? Who do you got, son?
Give me the Patriots.
Yep, give me the Patriots too.
I just think that they're on such a rebuild. The Raiders are.
Yeah.
That it's going to take them a while to be okay.
Yeah. They're not going to be. Well, Ashton Jeanty is our pick for offensive rookie.
Well, yeah, and not to throw smoke on Geno Smith, but
yeah. Well, we have a different nickname for him that I don't know if we should say on the podcast, but okay.
We shouldn't.
Okay. But Pete Carroll obviously likes to run the ball. He did it with Marshawn Lynch in Seattle. Now that he has a running back that's comparable, I mean, honestly, Ashton Jeanty is probably the best running back drafted in the last 25 years. They're going to run him to 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns. That's going to make him rookie of the year. So we put that in for the bet too. So that was a good bet. But yeah, I don't think the Raiders as a record and as a team, I don't think their defense is going to be even with Crosby, but they're gonna be okay in some games, but just not this game. I think New England at home. Give me the Patriots. What about Arizona at New Orleans?
Arizona.
Yeah, give me Arizona too. New Orleans doesn't have a quarterback. They're literally trying to get put into the sweepstakes for Arch Manning, just like they had Archie Manning back in the 70s.
New Orleans on the rebuild of the rebuild.
Yeah, the rebuild of the rebuild ever since Sean Payton left. So yeah, definitely give me Arizona as well. Pittsburgh at the Jets.
Give me Pittsburgh.
Yep.
I wouldn't say I don't think Aaron Rodgers. Everybody says like statistically, Aaron Rodgers is still playing a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it personally, but I think Pittsburgh defense comes in and takes care of business.
Yeah. Give me the Jets because Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback of the Steelers.
That's ridiculous. that defense is going to eat Justin Fields alive.
There's a hot take, buddy.
That is a hot take.
Yeah.
I do not like Aaron Rodgers.
That's a good take because Aaron Rodgers is horrific.
Yeah, no.
Talk about somebody as old as I am. Jeez.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, let's go to the next game. We got the Giants at the Commanders.
Commanders.
Or the Washington football team, however you want to acknowledge them.
Give me Commanders. They're going to eat Russ alive.
Yeah, Russ is going in there, and Russ may or may not be coming out of there. Tennessee at the superior Denver Broncos. Who do you got?
Broncos all the way.
Yeah, that's the
And
biggest.
not just because I'm a Broncos fan. Again, I will keep reiterating my point about rebuilds. That Tennessee had what Mayo man? What was his name? I can't even think of
I
his
can't
name.
think of his name either.
But
Oh God, that's going to bug me. But yeah, I can't think of his name either. But now they have Cam Ward, who was the number 1 pick.
but I think it's going to thankfully give us a break and to take some. It's going to take some developing for him to get to where he needs to be. And I definitely don't think that that's week 1 against a very skilled defense.
Superior defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we both got the Broncos. It's the biggest line of the week, and as it should be. Okay, the next game, San Francisco at Seattle. Who do you got, son?
Give me Seattle.
That's funny. I'm taking San Francisco. I'm taking
what Sam Darnold was able to do last year.
I'm taking Christian McCaffrey, healthy. Ooh, buddy.
You're not wrong.
Ooh, buddy.
I'm not wrong. But I'm
taking Brock Purdy. He's a pretty quarterback.
No, ever since he lost the Super Bowl, he's been seeing ghosts.
Yeah, I think he might still have the biggest contract in the NFL, but he's good. San Francisco is not as good with Greenlaw and Ufonga coming here, but they'll be good, and I think they win that game. Detroit at Green Bay.
Give me Detroit.
Yeah, give me Detroit too. We're not big fans of Green Bay. We're not big fans of Jordan Love. There's not a lot to them. I know they win a lot of games. They have the last couple of years. They even beat Dallas in the playoffs a couple of years ago. But
again, I mean, you keep talking about some X factor. I do not, for a second, believe that Jordan Love has that at all.
No, he doesn't. He'll play good, and he'll play bad. He'll play good. He'll play bad. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Green Bay. I'm not a big supporter and thinking that they're going to go anywhere. Houston at the Rams. Who do you got, son?
You mean Houston?
There's another one different. Give me the LA Rams at home. I still think Matt Stafford is a good quarterback. I think in LA, I think Houston is going to miss Tank Dell a lot more than they probably appreciate, and I think that
I mean,
I think it's going to be close.
You remember C.J. Stroud in his
rookie year?
Yeah, I mean he was insane. That sophomore slump really hit him. They looked real bad last year.
Yeah, but Joe Mixon is out the first 6 weeks too, and so they don't have a running game. He's going to be on the run. I just think I think they end up winning their division, but I don't think that they'll do anything this week. So okay, there's another one that we don't agree on. The next game, which is going to be probably the game of the week, Baltimore at Buffalo. Who do you got, son?
Give me Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going to take Buffalo at home. I think it'll be close. I think that both quarterbacks are good, but just give me Josh Allen and Buffalo at home. And then Monday Night Football, we got Minnesota at Chicago. Who do you got?
Give me Chicago.
Oof.
I know that's a weird take.
I wouldn't even call that a hot take. I'd call that a bad take.
No, I think everything that happened with J.J. McCarthy last year is going to take some more than an off season. More than him being injured. I think it's going to take a little bit more from him.
Dude, everybody says he's better than Bo Nix, bud.
Then he got hurt.
He
got hurt.
Just so you know, he's not.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but I think he's going to be. I think he might end up being the number 2 quarterback in this draft, even ahead of Jaden Daniels.
That's rough.
Yeah, and that's a hot take.
That's
not a bad take.
No, that's a really hot take.
That's a good take.
That's a steaming take.
So there's our picks for week 1. We'll see how we do. We'll go over our record and we'll pick next week. Let's kind of wind it down a little bit. I wanted to talk a little bit about AI. I wanted to talk a little bit about the spaceship that's approaching the United States and the country and the world. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, but let's kind of save that probably for the next episode. We'll kind of get into artificial intelligence. We'll kind of get into, honestly, the interstellar object that's approaching us, I-3 Atlas. It's really creepy. It'll be here on Halloween night. Honestly, well, the Harvard scientist, Ari Loeb, he's the one that, he's the only one that's saying it is made by intelligent beings. He's the only one saying it, but
okay, because I kind of did a little bit of research on it. I'm not that knowledgeable on it, but is it because it's moving so fast?
Well, the trajectory, that's where he's coming in, and he's saying for it to be self-correcting and going through the trajectory, that the chances of that not being intelligent are kind of like the chances of this not being a simulation. I want to get into that next week.
Let me do some more research on that before I disclose. But from what I saw, it's kind of like it's a scary rock.
Yeah, it's a scary rock. A lot of scary things in the world. But anyway, it's the world we live in, and so we have to. And so basically, I want to kind of wrap this one up. This was a good second episode, so I know we spent a lot of the time on our picks, and we probably won't spend as much time.
Yeah, I mean, this is exciting. We got a couple more days until football season takes off. Of course, we're excited about it.
Yeah. And honestly, the football segments probably won't get any bigger until the Broncos start winning, so that means they're going to get bigger.
That is true.
Well, no, we have a rough schedule at the beginning of the year, so we'll see. But towards the end of the year, we'll see what's happening, and so this will be part of it. But yeah, definitely want to delve into politics a little bit more. There's not a lot to say this week what happened except for Trump being gone, and so I'm glad we got to touch on that a little bit. It's weird. It is what it is. Hopefully, I don't wish ill will on any American president. I want all American presidents to succeed, because when all American presidents succeed, that means all Americans succeed. I just think that the stuff that, and again, we'll get into this topic a lot more in upcoming episodes. I just think that a lot of the stuff that his administration has already done in these 8 months is completely wrong. And I think that this is just another brick in that building of us just waiting for the midterms to come next year, if they come. And that's something I want to get into next year. Yeah. Militarizing Democratic states and cities just because they're Democratic, or moving space. The Space Foundation out of Colorado just because we have a Democratic governor and 2 Democratic senators. That's not how this country should be run. And if you're going to move it to a Republican, when I was a kid, me and my dad used to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch a space shuttle. When they first started flying missions, and they flew out of Texas and they flew out of Florida. Move to one of them. They have a lot of space infrastructure and aerospace infrastructure and that kind of thing. Or like Gavin Newsom said, I mean, California is number one in all that because they're number one in everything, because they have so many people and so much industry there that, okay, move it to California. But obviously he's not going to move it from, but just to be petty and move it from Democratic states, and just to, what they're doing now, they're going to invade Chicago and this and that. It's like, come on, dude.
See, I see both sides of the whole Chicago thing. I do.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm being honest.
Are you setting up a hot take or a really, really bad take?
No, it might be a hot take, but the crime in Chicago is insane. Do I think that it's National Guard level insane? No, but that press conference yesterday kind of changed my mind a little bit about. I mean, the DC one, that's ridiculous. Chicago, I mean, that is high crime.
Yeah,
he has a point when he says that 12 people got murdered.
Yeah, that's not what the federal government is there for. The federal government, we do not pay taxes for that, for a police force. We pay state and local taxes for a police force.
At the same time, at what point is it enough? Chicago has been the same way for years.
Yeah, the murder rate in red states like Alabama and Mississippi is way higher than it is in places like.
We got to do something about that too, then.
Okay, what a top 10 city is on that list?
No, but
Denver is.
Top 10 city of crime?
Yeah, you scared to walk through Denver, buddy? Come on.
Really?
Okay, me either.
You're not wrong, but at the same time,
that's what we're having discussions for. So we'll get into that next week.
Something has to be done about it, in my opinion.
Not through the federal government.
You're not wrong, but you're also not right, in my opinion.
We can have a police state. We can talk about that next week too. We can have a police state or not.
Yeah.
I vote no police state. What do you vote?
Yeah, same. Okay. If it came down to it, same.
Well, then there's really no discussion. Just kidding. We'll have that discussion. We'll have that discussion. We'll have a lot more discussions. I want to thank my son boy for coming on. I want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. I want to, if you have any questions or concerns, please give us a shout out or a hit at youtube.com/ @Casso podcast, and give us a subscribe so we can get past that algorithm.
And please turn on notifications, please.
Yeah, turn on notifications. We're going to start posting some funny videos like we have been the last few days, and we just need some subscribers just because that's how you get past the algorithm and start actually getting this out to a very big base of people. And we'll have these discussions, and it won't just be about sports picks like the majority of today took over. I didn't mean for that to happen either, but I have some more definite. I wanted to get into a few more things like I said earlier, but we didn't. Again, thank you for tuning in. Check us on all social media. And this week, we will actually be streaming on anywhere you get your podcasts on the audio feed. We will be streaming. We were going through technical difficulties last week, and so we weren't able to get the audio stream working for whatever reason, but we got it this week. We'll have our audio stream on anywhere you get your podcasts, and our video stream at our YouTube channel, Casso Podcast. For my son Aristotle, I'm Edward Casso, and we're signing off. Thank you for joining the Casso podcast. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.